Welcome back to a new episode of Let's Finally Grow. My name's Ariana. I am your host, and we are no longer on American soil. We are quite literally. What am I doing with my hand? We're in Indonesia. We're in Bali, currently in Canggu, which is a very city like vibe, like very hectic, like New York, but add a different culture to it, and a beach and some warm sunny weather. And it's no longer New York, it's Canggu. I have been here for about 6 days now, which is so wild. I had quite the adventure getting here. I originally had booked my flight for a Saturday, like 2 Saturdays ago now. Today's Friday when I'm recording, 2 Saturdays ago. So I booked my flight for a Saturday. Let's just say that, because I don't know when I'm going to post this. I booked my flight for a Saturday. It got delayed 2 days prior to Wednesday. So like 5 days later, then the flight was canceled because it was Qatar Airlines, and, you know, things are happening right now in our world, and a priority to that airline was not to get me to Bali, which is, you know, real. Like that's adding up. That makes fucking sense. So I booked a different airline, and that airline was going to fly out on Wednesday, and I take 3 trains to New York. I get to JFK, and now I'm about to take 2 planes across the world, and the flight was canceled. The flight was fucking canceled. Long story short, it was canceled. So the airline had to take everybody that was going to get on that plane and put them in a hotel for the night. And that plane was going to Abu Dhabi. It wasn't going to Bali. The layover was in Abu Dhabi. So I met a bunch of people that were going to Abu Dhabi for their layover and then going to other places. They had a buffet dinner for us at the hotel, which, you know, that was lit. And our flight was changed to the next morning at 8 a.m. And then the people that I was sitting with, whose flight was still changed to 8 a.m. the next morning, I was sitting with these people, and only me, get a notification. And the notification says that my flight has been changed again to Friday at 10 p.m. So now that's 2 more days in New York City. And the reason behind it was, if I would have went the next morning at 8 a.m., I would have had a 16-hour layover in Abu Dhabi, which isn't very ideal right now with everything that's happening in our world. So the airline just switched it for me. But it was funny. Like, the people I was with, they made light out of the situation. We were sitting with this one guy, and he said he had friends in Abu Dhabi, and you know, if I liked to party, that he knew a guy he could call in 2 seconds. I'm like, 16 hours in Abu Dhabi, and you got someone for me. And I think he was being really serious. But it was just funny. And then there was a girl that was sitting there who traveled often. She was helping me feel a lot better about this situation. She was traveling solo, going to Vietnam. So everyone in this situation in some bizarre way made me feel great about my situation. Or I just wasn't giving up going to Bali. So whatever. You know what? We motherfucking made it here. I spent 2 days in New York, and they were very chill. And honestly, that was a relaxing staycation before like a very long travel. And on Friday, everything went perfect. Get to the airport, good to go. And I met a guy in line while I was at the airport. and he was also on my flight. He was also going to Bali. He also had his flight changed from Wednesday to Friday, and him and I were talking, and then on our layover, we got drinks together. We met some other people there too on our layover. We all had drinks together, and it was just a really cool introduction to going to Bali and feeling like I knew a few people that were also going. Some of them were going alone. Some had friends here. And, you know, it just didn't feel too crazy what I was doing because, let's be honest, it's pretty crazy. And I did know one girl here, if that makes anything better. We're both on our own trips doing our own thing. But, like, I didn't know a person here. I didn't know one soul, one person that could speak here. But I was still doing this trip regardless. Like, this has been something that I've wanted to do since last January 2025. And I just had to wait for the timing. I had to manifest that shit, wait for the timing to be right. And lo and behold, here we are. We manifested. The timing was right. And we're in Indonesia. Boom, boom, boom. So what are my thoughts on Canggu? I love Indonesia. I already know this isn't going to be my favorite part of the trip. It's a little too hectic for what I'm looking for. It's like a place where there are people that are going 500 miles per hour. I'm not even kidding. Like, even staring across to another apartment building from where I'm staying right now, I'll put a video in. There's people boxing on the roof. Like, it's just nonstop. And then there are clubs and bars every single night that people go to until 4 a.m. There's that option. So people are either going full force with their career, with their fitness, or with their partying. Like, you know, there's a few different options, but everyone is just going very fast with what they're doing. And I want to be in a little bit more of a slow pace. I want to relax. I want to be in my soft girl era. I've worked really fucking hard to be soft, so I want to be soft, and I want to just kind of flow. But this was a really great way for me to start the trip, I think, because it had me taking Pilates classes. It had me waking up at sunrise. It had me walking 17,000 steps a day. Like, it was definitely a good start to the trip. But I also took it at my own pace. Like, I only went out to, like, really go and drink one night here. The rest of the time, I kind of just spent this time by myself doing my own thing, which I really, really love. Like, it's refreshing traveling and not having to be on someone else's clock or feel like you need to just talk to have conversation, or, like, you know, like, it is all me, baby. I'm doing whatever the fuck I want, whenever the fuck I want. Like, it is a very, very liberating feeling, to say the least. And even when I went out the one night, like, I got my conversations in. I was ready to go and be a hermit again, get it together. I will interact with people on this trip. I will. I'm saying it out loud. I will do it. I will. But everyone's really, really nice here, especially the people that are from Indonesia. Like, if you go to a bar, people are working there. If you go to a spa, whatever it is, the people from Indonesia are so kind. It is so refreshing. They have no idea what it's like in Philadelphia. No fucking clue. From here, I'm going to go to a jungle. There's, like, some healing shit I'm going to do there. I mean, I am, for the first time in my life, not fully planning things. Like, I planned the first 3 places that I'm staying, first 3 areas, and then I'll figure out where to go from there. But, like, I have not planned anything in any area. Even my workout classes, I'm, like, waking up in the morning, seeing what time I wake up and being like, oh, there's a class available. Book it. I'm really trying to live in the moment. So I have no idea what I'm going to do in Ubud. I think that's how you say it, which is going to be the jungle. I'm staying in a little tree house. and we're just going to fuck around and find out. I know that there's waterfalls around me. I'm actually staying at like a healing retreat villa place. So I don't know what that fully details. It sounds like massages, healing. Sign me the fuck up. And then I'm going to go to another beach town, and there's going to be a lot of good house music there. There's not really good deep house music in this area, at least that I've saw. It's more of like clubby vibe, like Unsta. Maybe both are Unsta. I don't fucking know. But when I get to Uluwatu, there's DJs that I know, DJs that I don't know that are playing. I have some friends that are like a group of people that I've met. I met them actually at the airport. They're from Australia. I'll be able to hang out with them, listen to some music with them, meet new people. It's exciting. I'm looking forward to it, and I feel like we're slowly picking up the pace. But something I really, really want to talk about that I noticed from the first leg of this trip is that, I don't know, the past fucking few days, is that I feel so vulnerable, which makes sense. I'm 26 hours by 2 flights away from home. I'm on the other side of the world. Like, I'm in a new place that I've never been before. I'm by myself. This is my first time traveling solo. There's so many people that I'm meeting. It's a culture shock. It really just has me in such a vulnerable place. And I felt myself feeling kind of anxious about it. Like, I felt myself being vulnerable and being fully myself. And then kind of thinking back to the conversations that I had and thinking about, oh, you know, how did that look? How did that come across? Like, just kind of second guessing things. And like, and I really thought to myself, like, you know, we haven't done this in a while, Ariana. Like, we haven't had anxiety like this in a while. What is the difference here? Like, I find that if I ask myself questions, that I know the answer to them. So I asked myself, you know, what I was feeling anxious about. And it was that I was being vulnerable and that I'm not as familiar with that side of me, which makes sense. I feel like I have been in a comfortable place in my life, like a comfortable area, like where I know a lot of the people. If I go out, I can probably guarantee or have an idea of the experience I'm going to have. Hopefully this isn't too dark, but I can already probably know like the experience I will have. I lived a lot of my life, I feel like, in survival mode. Like, you have to do this to get that and go there and plan and whatever. And then on top of it, there's definitely a mask that I wear when I'm in Philadelphia, when I'm talking to the same people all the time. And I don't let that vulnerable side come out of me. But in a place like Indonesia, I can't help but have that side out of me. And what I'm taking even to like a deeper level from it is that there's nothing wrong with that vulnerable side of me. It's just scary because I've told myself it's scary to be vulnerable. Like, if I'm not vulnerable all the time, you know, where I'm from, and I feel like a lot of people, you know, aren't. We have a mask, or we're comfortable, or we're in survival mode, like whatever it is. We look at our vulnerable side as something that's going to harm us. So I'm trying to tell myself nothing bad is going to happen if I'm vulnerable. I'm learning to love that side of me, because if the only thing that has me feeling uneasy about it is the thought of maybe it's scary to be vulnerable, I'm not used to it, I can flip that mental switch and I can say, you know, it's not scary. It's just unfamiliar. And actually, we love a vulnerable Ariana. That's as real as it fucking gets. And who does not love the authenticity? Fake bitches. And we are not a fake bitch. Oh my God, that was intense. Okay. All right. Yeah. We're being vulnerable. But with most things in life, it's the story we tell ourselves. And if we're willing to ask ourselves questions and figure out why we feel the way we do, and if there's even a reason that we need to continue to feel that way, we can start to rewrite the narrative. Like I did not fly across the world for me to put a mask back on, for me to be in survival mode, for me not to be vulnerable. That would be a waste of my time. Put a new mask on somewhere else, you know? Try to cover up like who I am, anything, you know, I want to, what I want to say unapologetically. Like, I don't know. It's an experience. And I took this big leap in my life for a reason. And growing my mind is a huge part of it. So when I come back to Philadelphia, if I ever come back, and you see me crying my eyes out, vulnerable as fuck, you'll know why. You'll know why. Take some notes, okay? But it's also interesting. Every conversation that I have here is so deep. It's so they're just like these deep conversations that are like not feeling heavy. They feel pretty normal, and it's like, oh, cool. Like I actually can talk about real life shit with you. Like we don't know any of the same people. We're not talking shit about anyone else. Like we're talking about real life things, like where we come from, why we're here, you know, things we have been struggling with, things we're working on, things that we're proud of, like different stories from different cultures, different perspectives on the different cultures. It's so fucking cool. Like it is so cool. It is so refreshing, and it feels so normal. So I know that one thing for sure that I'm taking from Bali with me wherever I go next, and then wherever I go from there, and then wherever the fuck I go from there, and from there and so on. It's that I'm learning to love my vulnerable self, and that's priceless, you know? That's not something I was doing back at home, back in the Philly streets, and that's something I'm doing here. And I know that this is just the start of my journey, and there's so many more mental switches and shifts and changes, and we're rewriting so much of my story. So this will continue. We will talk the fuck again, and I'm excited. I'm excited, and you're excited because I told you that you are, and you're listening. And why else would you be if you weren't fucking excited? So my vulnerable ass will talk to you soon. There's so much in store. Goodbye for now. TTYL. I'll talk to you from the jungle. Mwah.